A quiet afternoon, a child walking home alone, suddenly assaulted by a stranger. Little did he know, he had just provoked the wrong family. 9-year-old Aya Jackson, granddaughter of decorated Army veteran Elias Ace Jackson, was walking home alone from a community art center in Long Beach, California. It was a serene Sunday, the sun casting long, golden shadows. Aya, clutching her sketch pad and a red apple, was simply making her way home, 2 blocks from her grandfather's house. A black sedan slowed beside her. The driver, Raymond Ray Dunning, a private security guard in his early 50s, leaned out. "Lost, sweetheart?" he asked, his tone cold and condescending. Aya stopped and politely replied, "No, sir. I live right there." "ID?" he demanded, voice hardening. Confused, Aya said, "I'm 9. I don't have ID." Dunning stepped out, his heavy boots thudding. "Where are your parents?" he snapped. "At home. I just left art class," Aya replied nervously. "Don't get smart," he growled, grabbing her wrist. Aya froze, her sketch pad falling, the apple rolling away. "I didn't do anything," she whispered, trying to pull away. "Please let go." Dunning twisted her small wrist behind her back. "You got a smart mouth for a little brat," he muttered. Then came a loud crack, the unmistakable sound of bone breaking. Aya screamed, collapsing, sobbing, her arm bent unnaturally. Dunning stood over her. "That's what happens when you don't listen," he snarled, reaching for his cuffs. But Aya had already triggered an emergency call, as her aunt, Lauren Jackson, had taught her. A single press instantly connected to Lauren, a retired Marine Corps colonel and regional boxing champion. Lauren picked up, hearing everything, the guard's harsh voice, Aya's cries, the sickening snap. She didn't speak, just grabbed her keys, threw on her hoodie, and bolted out. "You picked the wrong little girl," she whispered. At Long Beach General Hospital, EMTs rushed in with a little black girl, her arm visibly broken. A hush fell. "Security," an EMT stated. "Just left her at the curb." Medical staff worked swiftly, but Aya wouldn't stop crying. "I didn't do anything," she whispered. A nurse noticed Aya clutching her phone, displaying an ongoing call to Lauren Jackson. 30 miles away, Lauren was flying down the freeway, the call replaying in her mind, the scream, the crack, Aya's pleading. Her phone buzzed again. It was Elias Jackson, Aya's grandfather. "I'm on my way," Lauren said. "He broke her arm," she stated. Elias's voice rumbled, "Where is he?" "Gone. Dumped her and ran." "Don't let him disappear," Elias commanded. "You find him, you hold him. I'll come through the walls myself if I have to." "I got her," Lauren replied. "Stay calm." Elias hung up. At the hospital, Lauren sharply demanded Aya's room. What she saw tightened her chest, Aya small and trembling, arm in a brace, tears streaking. Aya clung to her, whispering, "He just grabbed me. I told him my name. I told him who my grandpa was." Lauren froze. "You told him?" Aya sobbed, "I told him I was Elias Jackson's granddaughter." He laughed. Lauren's blood ran cold. This was deliberate. Lauren played the emergency call recording aloud. The room filled with Aya's panicked voice, the guard's anger, the screams, the snap. Nurses froze. "Do you know who the officer was?" one asked. "I'm about to," Lauren said. She got access to the EMT log, finding a dispatch record for a private security unit. She called Sergeant Maria Soto from Long Beach PD Internal Affairs. A security guard broke a little girl's arm and ran. "I have evidence. You have reach. Send me what you've got," Soto said. 10 minutes later, Lauren had it, Raymond Dunning, his company, prior complaints. She looked at Aya's bruised arm. "This man's about to learn why they call me the other Jackson," she whispered. As Aya rested, Lauren's phone buzzed. Sato. We got him. Raymond Dunning, Elite Security Solutions. Not on duty. Took the company car without authorization. Where is he now? Lauren asked. Benny's Grill. Same time, same booth. Don't do anything reckless, Sato warned. Lauren was already walking. I'm not going to touch him. Not yet. At Benny's Grill, Dunning laughed at his phone. Lauren walked in. The bell chimed. She approached his table. Can I help you? He grumbled. Lauren played Aya's voice. Please stop. That hurts. I didn't do anything. Then the crack. The diner went silent. Dunning's smirk vanished. Where did you get that? He stammered. You know who that girl is? Lauren asked. Doesn't matter. She resisted. She's Elias Jackson's granddaughter, Lauren stated. His face paled. And I'm Lauren Jackson. You threatening me? He managed. If I was, you'd be face down already, she replied, sliding a napkin to him. Room 6, Long Beach General, 9 years old, broken arm. Audio, witnesses, internal affairs. By the time her grandfather gets here, you'll be lucky to keep your job. You people think you can, Dunning began. Lauren slammed the table. What you did wasn't fear. It was cowardice. You broke the wrong little girl. And now I'm going to break your career. She turned. Next time I see you in uniform, I hope it's during your perp walk. She walked out. Sato called. Waitress just called. Woman confronted Dunning, played recording. Lauren smiled. I dropped something on his table. You're not done, are you? Sato asked. Lauren looked at the horizon. I haven't even started. By sunrise, Long Beach was no longer quiet. Aya Jackson's emergency call, uploaded anonymously, spread like wildfire, shared over 400,000 times in 12 hours. Raw and painful, it captured a child's panicked begging, a guard's harsh shouts, and her arm breaking. People reacted, reposting, marching. The clip struck a raw nerve. Major news outlets aired the audio. Commentators debated legality and morality, but the sound of real pain was undeniable. When the victim was confirmed as Aya Jackson, granddaughter of retired Army General Elias Jackson, the nation paid attention. This was personal. By 9 a.m., Raymond Dunning had deleted social media, turned off his phone, and called in sick. Too late. News vans and a drone filmed his home. Inside Long Beach Police Department, officers exchanged knowing glances or distanced themselves. No one openly defended him. Meanwhile, at Long Beach General Hospital, Lauren Jackson sat beside Aya's bed. Aya was stable but quiet, clutching Lauren's sleeve. Her cast was signed with words of encouragement. You're brave. You matter. Justice is coming. Elias Jackson hadn't arrived, flying back from overseas. Lauren kept the room calm, giving him time. If Elias saw Aya's broken arm without knowing the facts, the city might not survive his fury. By 11:13 a.m., Lauren walked into the Long Beach Police Department lobby. In a charcoal blazer, she laid a folder on the front desk. I need to speak to your commanding officer. The folder contained screenshots of the dispatch report, the emergency call transcript, EMT records, and a letter from Sergeant Maria Sato confirming an internal affairs investigation into Dunning. 10 minutes later, Lauren faced Captain Riley. Mr. Dunning has been placed on administrative leave, he stated. Administrative leave? Lauren repeated sharply. He shattered a 9-year-old's arm and abandoned her. He didn't file a report. He ran. Riley defended, we are following procedure. You followed procedure. Lauren cut in, when you buried his last complaint, and the one before that? She threw another folder, records of 3 prior dismissed complaints against Dunning. I'm not here because my last name is Jackson. I'm here because a man in authority believes he can brutalize black children without consequence. Riley leaned forward. This department is under immense pressure. You have until tomorrow morning, Lauren said, to fire him publicly, or the Jackson family goes live with everything. He blinked. Are you threatening? I'm giving you a chance, she replied, to survive what's coming. By 2 p.m., Long Beach PD was flooded with protesters, justice for Aya, protect kids, not egos. Lauren watched from the courthouse steps. Her phone buzzed. Sato. They've frozen Dunning's pay, flagged his badge. Full review for excessive force. Not enough, Lauren said. What are you going to do? Sato asked. I'm going to do what they won't, Lauren replied. That evening, Lauren Jackson posted a video. Standing before Aya's cast, she said, some people think they can hide behind a badge forever. But we're not afraid of uniforms. We're afraid of silence. Raymond Dunning heard a child and walked away. Now I'm walking toward him. And when I find him, he'll learn that you don't lay hands on a Jackson. By sunrise Tuesday, justice for Aya trended globally. Protests expanded. National talk shows played the emergency call, celebrities spoke out. Elias Jackson had landed hours earlier, but only Lauren knew his location, quietly in her car, parked near Raymond Dunning's house. They watched the modest home. At 6:44 a.m., Dunning emerged, nervously glancing around, duffel bag over his shoulder, security badge clipped. A black Dodge Charger waited. He's skipping town, Lauren stated. Elias remained silent. Lauren stepped out. Dunning didn't see her until he shut the trunk. When he turned, she stood there, calm, unflinching. I wouldn't leave just yet, she said. He reached for his side. Go ahead, she warned, that'll be the last move you ever make. He froze. What do you want? He spat. I want you to feel something close to what you made her feel, Lauren said. She resisted, he began, but Lauren's trained fist landed squarely in his jaw. He stumbled. She advanced, grabbed his collar, slammed him into his car. You grabbed a little girl. Slam. You broke her arm. Slam. You left her like trash. Slam. He tried to fight, but she pivoted, twisted his arm behind his back. He cried out. Hurts, doesn't it? She said, her voice devoid of emotion. Ever think how scared she was? She made it up, he gasped. A knee to the gut cut him off. He dropped, wheezing. Lauren crouched. I should put this on camera. Let the world see you beg. She pulled out a sealed envelope, civil lawsuit, subpoena, restraining order signed by Elias, and the internal affairs report. She dropped it on his chest. You're done, Ray. And if you come within 100 feet of her again, next time, I won't stop. Sirens wailed. 2 patrol cars rounded the corner. Get up, she ordered. He groaned. Get up. As officers cuffed Dunning, neighbors watched, phones in hand. No one was surprised. No one defended him. The truth was out. An officer recognized Lauren. My daughter's in art class with Aya. She still talks about that sketchbook. Lauren met his eyes. She's not done drawing. Not even close. Dunning's arrest footage spread like wildfire, playing on every major news outlet. The bruised ex-security guard in cuffs, Lauren standing tall. The image alone told the world. A reckoning began inside the Long Beach Police Department. Tension simmered. Some officers muttered bitterly about Lauren's circus. But a few quietly agreed, they'd seen Dunning's behavior for years. That afternoon, Sergeant Sato warned Lauren of heat. Internal voices are framing you as volatile, emotional. Talk of excessive force. Lauren scoffed, he broke a child's arm. And now I'm excessive. I didn't make them weak. They were already rotten. I just turned on the lights. By 2 p.m., protesters doubled outside the station. Celebrities tweeted support. Long Beach PD remained silent. But at 3:47 p.m., Elias Jackson stepped out of a sleek black SUV in front of the precinct, accompanied by Lauren and a legal advisor. Protesters cheered. Elias took the mic. "A man put his hands on my 9-year-old granddaughter. He twisted her arm, broke her like she didn't matter. He didn't care who she was, and that's what hurts the most. He looked at a little girl and saw nothing worth protecting. He looked at the camera. To Raymond Dunning, you picked the wrong little girl. And to the system that enabled him, you've got one shot to fix this before we fix it for you." He stepped back. Inside, Interim Chief Grayson Hale's phone rang. "The mayor, fix this. Fix it now." But Lauren had work to do. That evening, Lauren and Elias sat at her kitchen table. They'd received over 12,000 messages in 48 hours, victims, whistleblowers. "We need to do more," Lauren said. "We can't let this end with just him." Elias nodded. "We go national." Days later, they launched the FIST initiative, Fighters for Institutional Safety and Truth. A mobile strike force of civil rights lawyers, retired detectives, investigators, whistleblowers, and trauma counselors. Their mission: expose abuse, protect the silenced, empower communities. The public instantly backed them. Lauren and Elias held town halls, press conferences, interviews. They demanded attention. But the backlash came just as fast. At 6:03 a.m. Thursday, Lauren stepped outside for her run. A gray sedan screeched to a stop. 3 plainclothes men jumped out. One flashed a badge. "Lauren Jackson, you're under temporary detainment for obstruction and aggravated assault." They cuffed her and shoved her into the car. No Miranda rights, no phone call. Neighbors filmed. Footage hit Twitter in 10 minutes. By 6:44 a.m., Elias called Sato. "You didn't warn her," he said. "They bypassed internal channels." "It's retaliation," Sato replied. "I want every name," Elias demanded. By 7 a.m., Lauren sat in a holding cell, no paperwork, no attorney. A statement demanded she cease involvement in misconduct cases. She tore it in half. "You think I'm scared of paper," she muttered. A man behind glass sneered, "You're making noise." "I'm not walking away," she replied. At 8:02 a.m., Elias walked in, flanked by lawyers, a federal agent, and a cameraman. He handed the agent a flash drive, surveillance of Lauren's arrest, dash cam footage of Dunning confrontation, legal proof of her licenses. All showed her actions were legitimate. The agent nodded. "She's leaving with us." Lauren stood, wrists red. Finally, she whispered. Outside, a crowd formed. Elias took the mic. "Long Beach tried to silence the woman who protected my granddaughter. They tried to call justice a threat. Now they'll see what happens when you come after a Jackson family member twice." That evening, Lauren and Elias hosted a packed town hall. Parents, teachers, former officers, and silent victims shared stories of abuse. Lauren promised change. "We're building a record, a case. Every name, every badge, every sealed file, it's all coming out." That night, JacksonJustice.org launched. By morning, over 18,000 submissions. Long Beach's police chief resigned by noon. 3 more officers were placed on leave. The district attorney reopened 10 cases linked to Dunning. Upstairs, Aya smiled, her cast replaced by a brace. She scrolled headlines. "Do you think other kids will be okay now?" she asked. Lauren knelt. "They will, because you were brave enough to speak, and now the world is speaking with you." The courtroom was packed. Los Angeles County Superior Court. This was about a broken system. Lauren Jackson sat, unreadable. Elias Jackson, motionless. Aya Jackson, in soft blue, her healing arm in a brace, eyes sharp. Across from them, Raymond Dunning, thinner, paler, head down. The judge entered. The jury was seated. The state presented its case. Dunning violently assaulted a minor, failed to report, attempted to flee, conspired to suppress truth. Gasps. The emergency call played, Aya's tiny voice, "Please, I didn't do anything. Please stop. That hurts." Then the crack. A juror covered her mouth. Dunning shifted. Photos followed, X-rays, bruises, reconstructed timeline. Lauren Jackson took the stand, voice measured. She recounted the events. "I didn't punch him because I lost control. I did it because he thought no one would ever hold him accountable." Testimonies followed. Dozens, parents, former officers, nurses, teachers, a retired lieutenant who confessed complaints were buried. Raymond Dunning wasn't a rogue guard, the prosecutor concluded. He was a symptom of protection without accountability. Then Aya's turn. Led gently by her aunt, she looked small but her voice carried. "He asked me for ID, but I'm 9. I told him my name. I told him my grandpa's name. He laughed. Then he grabbed me and twisted my arm. I heard it break." The courtroom held its breath. Aya held up a drawing, a girl with a cast, standing tall. "I'm stronger now." The gallery stood in quiet respect. Aya looked at them, then looked at Lauren, who nodded proudly. Dunning never raised his eyes. After 8 days, the jury deliberated 6 hours. At 4:11 p.m., the verdict, guilty on aggravated assault, abuse of authority, attempted evasion. Dunning showed no emotion as he was cuffed. His career was over, his name synonymous with failure. Outside, hundreds gathered. Lauren, Elias, and Aya descended the steps to applause. "Elias. What happens now?" a reporter called. Elias turned. "Now, we build something that doesn't need a Jackson to be heard." 3 weeks later, they organized. For every Dunning, dozens more hid behind sealed complaints. FIST launched nationwide, 20 offices, 31,000 submissions. Retired detectives, civil rights attorneys, digital forensic analysts joined. Motto: we don't wait for permission. We shine the light. But the system retaliated. Lauren received an encrypted message, "Incoming retaliation. Eyes on you." 5 cities flagged FIST, 1 issued a cease and desist, 2 prepared legal challenges. "They're scared," Elias said. "Good," Lauren replied. The next attack was digital. JacksonJustice.org was cyber-assaulted. Files scrambled, whistleblowers leaked, Lauren's phone cloned, edited text smeared her. Headline: Elias Jackson's niece leading dangerous vigilante group. Lauren held a press conference with Aya. "They can crash our servers. They can smear my name. But they'll never erase what they're afraid of most, a 9-year-old girl who refused to stay silent." Elias added, "You want to scare us? I've seen fear. Nothing I've ever hit was uglier than what you're hiding behind those badges. Come at us. Just understand. We hit back." That night, 2 FIST officers received suspicious packages, a bomb threat, tracking malware. Federal agents were called. This was open war. Lauren and Elias planned a national broadcast. Just before, Lauren received a silent video, drone footage of Aya's school, a blurred man watching. Lauren called Elias. "They're not going after us anymore. They're going after her." Within 48 hours, Aya moved to a protected location. Former Navy SEALs secured the perimeter. Elias became Aya's fortress. That night, Lauren sat by Aya's bed. "Are they going to hurt us?" Aya asked. Lauren brushed her curl. Not if we make sure the whole world is watching. Next morning, at the federal courthouse, Lauren and Elias held an emergency press conference. Thousands watched. Elias stepped forward. "We were warned to stop. They went after our granddaughter again. So now we're pulling back the curtain, and we're not doing it alone." Lauren held up a flash drive, 49 leaked memos, 12 sealed personnel files, 31,000 testimonies. Gasps. The drone footage played. AI enhancement revealed the blurred man, a retired high-ranking security sergeant, relocated after a series of misconduct complaints. The crowd erupted. The U.S. Department of Justice announced a federal investigation into coordinated suppression. Aya stepped forward, holding the mic. "My name is Aya Jackson. I'm 10 years old. A man broke my arm and tried to make me feel like I didn't belong. But I do, and so does every kid who never gets listened to." She lifted a drawing, a girl with a cast, standing tall. "I'm stronger now." The crowd rose. They saw the spark of a new era, born in silence, rising through truth, carried on a child's voice. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We truly want to know who's with us. Please subscribe to our channel. We're just a few steps away from 1,000 subscribers. You can be part of this movement. Please leave your respect for Aya and all who bravely speak out in the comments section.